And that is a great intro there to the Backstage Pass here for a Thursday, May 19th. Good to have you guys with us here on the Backstage Pass YouTube channel. Of course, at the Backstage Pass, just look it up. We're live on that very YouTube channel and also at the sportsguyspodcast.com. We're live on that website presented by our good friends over at Bangtail Whiskey. And, of course, check them out at MitchMacs.com, the official merchandise provider of the show, and Hank Jr. Productions. Live on those outlets there. And pretty much anywhere you can find your podcast out there, we're there for you. And a special treat today is I always love to kind of rock it out on the show. You guys know me, at least 2 to 3 rock shows a month to get some good Americana music brought in to the equation. As the Red Clay Strays join us all the way from Memphis, Tennessee, where they're playing a show coming up tonight too as well. This is one of the best rock bands out there. And guys, it's a huge influence from South Alabama. Drew, Andy, what's going on, man?
What's up, dude? How's it going?
Man, it is. Yeah, we appreciate you being here. It's going. I guess TGI version tomorrow, and then I get to go to Alabama for a little music festival this weekend. So I guess tougher times are not ahead. It's good to be wanted, I guess. That's the best thing, is enjoy your live music. So where are you guys at? Let's start right there. Where are y'all at tonight? Where are you performing? What's going on in Memphis? Tell us all about that.
Go ahead. So we're at her.
We have a little technical difficulties where they're at there in Memphis, Tennessee, though, too. There we go. Got the guys back. Now just tell us where you're at. Have a little technical difficulties there, but tell us kind of where you're at. I know Memphis, Tennessee tonight. You guys just had some great barbecue, kind of laid on the line there for the fans where you guys are playing tonight.
Yeah, we're at Hernando's Hideaway tonight. It's the famous Hernando's Hideaway, like kind of where Elvis and Jerry Lee and all them used to hang out after the shows. It's just a really cool room, man. So it's our second time playing there, and the first night was incredible, so this should be a really good one.
Well, I love that too, no doubt. Well, let's start at the beginning of how all this came together. Let's talk about this. I love the band name, no doubt, Red Clay Strays. I think that's a pretty cool name for a rock band too. How did you guys kind of meet up? Was this kind of a, I guess, early life encounter through school, through mutual friendships? How did all this come together?
I'd say it's a mix of, for me and Drew, a mix of school and friendships. Me and Drew met at South Alabama, where we went to college together. And we jumped in a band that was kind of thrown together with some another buddy of ours, and we played together for about 2 years. Just a little, cover band, got our feet wet, and then ended up just wanting to move on and do more original and take it really serious. And that's where we picked up Zach, our guitar player, and John, our drummer, and that was 6 years ago. And it's here he is right here,
brother.
It's been amazing ever since.
Yeah, I love the current album you guys have out there, A Moment of Truth, which came out at the end of April there. 12 fantastic songs. Guys, if you love Americana music, country, a little bit of that Southern rock, it's all there for you. Kind of gives me the idea of that, and I just saw the guys last year in concert, one of the greatest that Southern rock bands of all time, Blackberry Smoke, and you guys have that type of potential and just rawness and authenticity in your music and the sound and instrumentation, the whole 9 yards. So if I'm comparing you guys to that type of band, it goes to show you how much I love the music. Hey, let's talk about it, Drew. The album, when you guys put out 12 songs, it got a chance to record them in studio and mix, mastered, put everything, your personal touch on it. I'm sure there was the writing behind a lot of the songs on there, or at least co-writes on there. Lay everything out there for us on the album.
So we recorded the album in Huntsville, Alabama, at a house. This dude was a sound engineer for us one night in Huntsville, and one night, he was like, "Dude, I got a bunch of cool old equipment at my house. You should come see it after." So we ended up staying there, hanging out till like 3 in the morning. We had a show to get back here the next day and everything, but we thought it'd be cool to record there, so we ended up recording there. And did
a lot of it was mixed actually by us. And by the end of it, we were able to mix it and kind of have our hands in the pot, the whole time, and obviously produced by ourselves. And
it was curated by our very own John Hall,
our little mixer,
our little ginger. And so I think there's like two co-writes on the 2 or 3 co-writes on the album. one of them.
Stone's Throw.
I wrote with my buddy Eric Erdman, who's one of the most proficient songwriters I know, if not the. Yeah, he's like one of the busiest dudes I know who just goes and songwrites with people. And there's another one called
Wondering Why.
Wondering Why. That me and Brandon and Dan Couch. If you've ever heard something about a truck, that was Dan. And yeah, I mean, so
Matthew.
And Matthew wrote.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote 6. Matthew wrote 5, and Brandon wrote 1.
It's crazy. And I'd say the title track really stood out to me. Let's dive in a little bit to Moment of Truth and kind of where that came from.
Moment of Truth was Matthew. I can't really give you much perspective on that. It's really just he just writes a lot of songs for us, man. So he wrote that one just about being just kind of doing wrong throughout your whole life and finding yourself at the gates of heaven and finding out whether you're going to be there or not, really.
Yeah, and for a little background, Matthew is our videographer and also Brandon, our lead singer's little brother.
Okay.
So he's got, we try to keep some family in the business as well.
He's brilliant, man.
Yeah, he's good at everything he touches.
He has a degree in theology.
Yeah.
Theology. Okay. All right. Well, I got there's some college right there laid on us right there with some theology. You guys have a lot of that influences out there for music. We talked about Skinner a little bit before the show, visiting the Johnny Jacksonville, Jerry Lee Lewis, Waylon Jennings. I guess it kind of in a nutshell, probably an easy question to answer. Why those artists? And then if you look at it, too growing up, why not for those artists, right?
That's really the main. Yeah. Like it's all real. It's all raw. It all comes from the heart.
Something cool is we all come from we all came up on different types of music. And we all kind of, when we create our music, we all get to kind of bring that to the table. And that's why I guess that's why there's a mesh of sound in our sound. It's really neat.
Yeah, and I really feel that with, I tell you, Stone's Throw really set the record off the right way. I know, Drew, you touched on that one too. Let's dive into it a little bit more. That one, probably from a personal experience, would you say, or is that something to where it just kind of, ideas just come naturally? And what a great song to lead off a record.
Yeah, man. Like I said, Eric is one of the most proficient songwriters I know, so he travels quite a bit. And we were kind of just stuck writing a song that we were trying to write before, and sometimes we'll spend like 6 to 8 hours together just trying to get one song ready or done. And one day we were just like, man, screw this, let's just start fresh, and started talking about like being gone for a long time and coming back home. And like the longest part of that drive, I'm not sure if you know, if you've ever gone to Mobile from Montgomery, but it is the worst 2.5 hours you've ever driven, and it's long as all get out. And really that song kind of stems from being on the road forever, but finally seeing the Dolly Parton Bridge and knowing that you're home. And it's a lot easier leaving, or it's a lot easier coming back. Like we're flying back home, and it's a lot harder to leave. Like we kind of drag ass every time we try to leave, so because we miss our ladies and the comfort of our homes, but we like being out here. It's pretty awesome.
Once we get out here, we end up having fun.
Yeah.
Get on the road and have fun out there. Hey, let's talk about one that I enjoyed this year. You guys put out as well as a single. Let's talk about Doing Time and kind of the inspiration behind that one.
I don't know. I was watching some like westerns. Like I don't know. I was in a song. I was in a songwriter group, and I can't even remember what the prompt was. It was on Facebook. One of my buddies, Abe Partridge, ran it, and I'm not sure what the prompt was, but that was it. I just wrote that for that, and I wrote it probably in about 30 minutes because we had to turn them in on Sunday evenings before 12. So I remember kind of scrambling, and I was like, what am I gonna do? And I think I had this riff in my pocket that I was working, and I just kind of wrote to it, and I just started, I don't don't know. I just wanted to write a
Mhm.
crime song, so I thought that would be kind of cool.
Well, it worked out really well for you guys. And I tell you, where I started listening to you, definitely back there in 2019, I believe, when this one came out and went viral for you guys. And remember it as clear as day. Good Godly Woman. Let's break that one down a little bit because, man, that's just that's got that feel of everything you want in a Southern rock kind of feel. Like I mentioned, that Blackberry Smoke type of feel when it comes to music like that, and putting your own personal touch on that musicianship, if you will. What was the idea behind that one for a good godly woman? And must have been exciting to hear the fans roar over that one.
Yeah, no, so we actually co-wrote that one with our buddy Brandon Rickman, who used to play in Lonesome River Band, and I think he already had the title. And we were just in a room together one day, and he was like, "I'd rather face a good God Almighty than like a good godly woman when I come home drunk or high or whatever he was." And, I was like, "Yeah, that's pretty cool." So he was like, "That's pretty cool. Let's go." Yeah.
It's got a great feel to it, no doubt. I love that kind of stuff when you get a chance to just get something like that. And like I said, what I love about it too is just driving in your truck and cranking something like that up and just enjoying just a very good Southern rock song, no doubt too. Again, it's the Red Clay Strays here on the Backstage Pass. Make sure you check them out across all the social media out there and go get the album Moment of Truth out there. I tell you, looking at some other kind of, I say gospel things out there, but you guys, a little country gospel 2020, and I will correct me if I'm wrong with the title. Will the Lord remember me? Is that correct? I want to kind of go over that one a little bit and kind of let's dive into that one because hey, for country gospel, I've had some amazing groups here on the show. You guys rank right up there with them when it comes to gospel, aka the Oak Ridge Boys, on the show. So yeah, I mean, you put that right there in an Oak Ridge Boy category, and you guys have one hell of a song. Let's kind of go over that one a little bit.
You got it. It's a cover.
It's a cover. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Cover. Who was the artist that sang that song?
Well, I think it's an old traditional. So
Okay.
we actually, this is part of the reason we left. We didn't actually record on that. Like we weren't the band. It was Brandon's vocals and a studio band. So.
Okay.
It turned out beautiful, man. Like I'm not putting it down at all, but it's kind of something that it's a love-hate relationship with because it's a beautiful song and it's glorifying the God that we live for, but it's kind of bittersweet because we didn't actually play on it.
Anything Brandon pretty much sings on will be pretty badass.
He could sing a phone book, I think, man.
He's got a great voice. You talk about the band with you guys, of course, Brandon Coleman and of course, Drew, yourself, and Zach and Andrew, John. What does it take for you guys to just have that type of chemistry and know you guys have each other's backs when it comes to being a band? Because that chemistry, Drew, has to be one of the most important things when going out to make records, perform live shows, sell merchandise, do the whole thing in the music industry. So for you guys, the chemistry has to be very important, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. But, I mean, it's at this point, we all feel like blood brothers, and we all have our moments where we don't want to be messed with, and when you're in that mood, you're going to get messed with.
Yeah.
And we like to push each other a little over the edge every now and then. But at the end of the day, we all do have each other's back, and, we've been through a lot together. I mean, when we're out on the road, and you don't have anybody else but the four other guys in the smelly bus, so.
To me, it's weird when there's bands that they're not all best friends.
Yeah, it's odd to see.
We're all five of us these were all the groomsmen in my wedding. Like, it's strange. John don't remember, but he was. I don't know. I don't know how it all happened, but we just are this way. We're just all best friends.
Gotta have fun and have each other's backs, and don't poke the bear when you don't have to. Like I said, when you want to be.
Oh no, we poked the bear.
You poked the bears.
Yeah.
What do you say? What was he saying?
There's a lot of cussing that happens.
Oh, okay, well that's typical. You can see that. Well, I got a special treat for all the listeners out there again, live on the Backstage Pass YouTube channel, and of course at the sportsguyspodcast.com here. It's Red Clay Strays joining us again. The album Moment of Truth is out there across all the digital platforms. Make sure you guys go check that out. And we get a chance to do some things here on the show from time to time that are very, very special and do some kind of unreleased content. And for the first time, this footage has never been seen before. And the song is actually unreleased, and it was created by the Red Clay Strays album release show, which was May the 7th. The song is called Wasted Time. So we're going to not waste time here on the show. We're going to play a song called Wasted Time here. Again, by the Red Clay Strays, presented by Bangtail Whiskey, MitchMacs.com, and our good friends at Hank Jr. Productions. About a 3-minute, 40-second song, so enjoy that. For all the listeners out there, share the show. And, of course, like I said, go check out the guys across all social media out there. After the song, we'll definitely get a word in from our sponsors, come back, do a little rapid fire, and have some more fun with the album Moment of Truth. Here it is. Hang tight.
Gotta go do it on your own. I'm done wasting time with these suits and ties. Gonna take a piece of my soul. Well, I tell you how to look and rip it straight from the book of how to formulate a star. Proving a point over and over. They don't care who you are. And waste, won't waste. Ain't wasting time no more. Something like that. We're still working on it, but it's a start anyway.
The Bangtail pour is comprised of a sweet corn mash base. The front has a subtle sweetness and not too sharp. It has notes of a medium char or white oak for a smoky flavor in the middle, and the tail has a super smooth and warm finish.
Go behind the scenes with some of the biggest artists in music today with the Backstage Pass, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. Join Brandon Morrill and his co-host Kirsty Krause as they talk to rising stars and legends about their music careers. Listen to their latest tracks and learn fun facts about the men and women behind the music you love. And be sure to tune into the Backstage Pass Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6:30, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. And welcome into the Backstage Pass. And every day, Monday through Friday, of course, we're taking off tomorrow to go to Alabama for a big festival down there with Ashton Shepherd. Of course, the festival at the Well in Glenwood, Alabama. It is the Backstage Pass with Ashton Shepherd and our good friends down there. Looking forward to that and just meeting a lot of great people. One of the best things is to go out to a live music festival, have a good time, and just drink beer, eat some good food, and enjoy yourself, no doubt. Back here with the Red Clay Strays here on the Backstage Pass. They're in Memphis, Tennessee, getting ready for a show coming up tonight. And pleased to have them part of the program as we're live on the Backstage Pass YouTube channel. And, of course, at the SportsGuysPodcast.com. Make sure you go subscribe out there to the channels and, of course, like all these social media out there. So I appreciate you guys, first of all, your camp letting us have that. It was unreleased. It had never been seen before. Was released at your album release party, I believe, May 7th. For you guys wasting time. That had to be a lot of fun. And that just goes to show how rising artists that you guys are when it comes to that Southern rock music. I love it. It's a great sound. Y'all mentioned Brandon could sing the phone book. So, Drew, I mean, that's let's recap that, man. Great performance. Had to be fun to put that together. And what a hell of a song, man.
What was the question?
I was just saying.
They're over here screwing around, so I can't really hear you.
I was saying, after playing that video for Wasted Time, great tune. Thank you for letting us play it, no doubt, because it was unreleased and never had been seen before, except until the release party you guys had May the 7th, I believe. Just talk about how much fun it was to shoot that video and put out a great song that you nailed it with Wasting Time.
Yeah, that one, we just wrote that.
Yeah, I wrote it a few months ago, and we've kind of been dealing with a lot business-wise as far as like changing personnel. I guess you could say.
That's the way to put it.
Brandon had that when me and Brandon were living together at the crib. He was just playing the acoustic. I think he was outside the bathroom door, and he had his acoustic, and he just and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I kind of recorded him doing it, and I've been sitting on that riff for a long time, and I thought it'd be cool to write to. And we started working the music up at practice one time, and that was, I don't know, it all just kind of started flowing out of me on a writer trip that I took to Nashville one time, and I wrote it while I was driving, which is probably not the safest thing to do, but it was.
No, and I think that was the second time we've ever played it live, or was that the first time?
I think that was the first time we ever played it live. Yeah.
We thought, why not? We're having an album release. Why not do some songs that we just wrote? Probably going to be on the next one. So
I love that too, and that's pretty cool that you guys. I mean, you're riding the momentum of this one right now. But one of the cool things that I love about it, is the fact that musicians never rest on their laurels. There's always some other project that they're working on. There's 50 or 100 songs in a can that they're getting ready for another single release or an EP or a full-length album with 12 to 15 songs. I guess as much as you can tell the audience, I mean, you're riding the momentum of this great album, but like, what's next? I mean, fans want to crave more. They want more. They want to hear more of this great music. And I know for you guys, you probably just can't wait to get more stuff out to them, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to get back into the studio again for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know when that'll happen. I guess whenever inspiration strikes and time's right, But right now we're just going to tour the hell out of this and see how many people like it, and try to build our name as much as possible. I think that's really just that's the next thing, man. Just try to reach as many people as we can so that we can kind of move up in the world a little bit. And once it's time, we'll go back into the studio and make some more music, because we got plenty to do 2 or 3 albums, I think. But
wow,
it's just a matter of making sure we get the arrangements right and all the tones and all that, and so that we're not wasting time in the studio.
And we do, and all this, everything we do.
It's all good.
All this is all in this last record. It's all independently. We do it all, from the distribution to all that. So it's a lot of work that goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty cool feeling being able to run everything yourself. We have a really badass agent, and Cody Payne, who's been kind of the driving force behind our campaign and whatnot. We ended up raising 57.
Well, at the end, in the first week, we raised $53,000.
Wow.
That's just from all of our fans, man. So we're really blessed.
We like to say our fans are a record label.
They are.
That's a good way. That's a good way to put it, no doubt. Hey, let me ask you about this. What's that?
We just don't owe them our souls.
Hey, this is for the both of you. What's your favorite part of the writing process? I know for some people it comes naturally. For some people it's like, I've had to kind of live it before I just put it down on paper, or, I just kind of get some, fantasy idea. I'm sleeping at night, wake up at 3 a.m, grab my phone, hook book, something, start typing in there. What's the best part of the writing process to make something from nothing come to life?
There's a combination of a few things that you'd mentioned. Sometimes I'll dream and I'll wake up to a riff or something, or an idea, or most of the time it's based on experiences. So I just a lot of my sad songs happen when I'm really low or whatever, and then or getting screwed over songs like "Do Me Wrong" or "Wasting Time" or based on experiences. And my favorite part of it is getting it off my chest and making music to it, because
I love
the way I know to keep saying, because it's like hearing voices in your head but hearing music. Just got to get it out there.
Good way to put it too. Andrew, what you got on that question? What's the best part of the writing process? Do you enjoy it? Is there kind of a, sometimes if it's like the I guess in a way you look and you're like, man, I got this brain fart, I can't come up with anything, but I can go in a co-write and step in there and get the assistance from somebody, and then again kind of get that help and then bring something to life?
I'm actually not in the writing process of it.
Okay.
Usually. Yeah, I mean, Drew, you got so Drew will usually Drew or Brandon will present a song that either Drew has written or Matthew, Brandon's little brother's written, and then we just lock ourselves in and just kind of work it up musically. So we all have a hand in it, in just different ways.
Let me ask John W. Hall, because he's like one of my favorite.
All right, hey John, how's it going, brother? Doing good, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna say because I wanted to get your
part about something.
Yeah.
My favorite part about the writing process?
Yeah.
Trying to put yourself into the position that the person was in when they wrote it. Because the emotional part of songs is my favorite part. And I feel like that's what people feel. And it's incredible when you hear a song and songs will make you cry. How that happens blows my mind, And so when they bring a song to it, I really try to put myself and think of the perspective that they were feeling when they wrote it. Or maybe if it's a story song, like Doing Time. It's a story about a guy. What was that guy feeling? And that whole aspect changes the way I'll want to play the drums, And so that's my favorite part.
I love it. No, it's well said right there too, no doubt. Well, again, it's the Red Clay Strays. Make sure you guys check out the album Moment of Truth across all the digital platforms, wherever you stream or download music, and of course all across social media out there. Go like and subscribe to everything out there too. And like I said, it's going to be a lot of fun watching these guys just continue to rise in the music industry. It's great Southern rock, and if you guys love Southern rock as much as I do too, especially when I've had one of those rough days like I did today, I just put on You Guys in my truck. And y'all added, of course, you were already on my playlist anyway, so it was already there. And after a little bit of that, it came to a little bit of Blackberry Smoke, and back to You Guys, back to Little Charlie Star and Blackberry Smoke. So it worked out pretty good there today too. With my day wasn't great, but it ended well with some Southern rock. So it's a good thing.
Yes. Hey man, have you ever heard of Adam Hood?
I have. The name sounds familiar, but I can't put a song to the name.
Man, so he's like one of the best writers out there in my opinion. He's got an album coming out here pretty soon that Blackberry Smoke is actually either Blackberry Smoke's backing it. I know Charlie Starr plays on a bunch of it, the pedal steel guitar. So yeah, and Brent Cobb produced it. I don't know if you know Brent Cobb, but he's
Brent Cobb,
and
award-winning producer.
You should definitely look at Adam Hood, man. Yeah, he's
Adam Hood. I want to look at that to feature him on the show here too as well. Well, hey, I want to finish up with a couple of rapid-fire questions. So no right or wrong answers, Andrew, and And Drew, out there, we love doing this. It's a lot of fun. So we're going to have fun with this. All right, so South Alabama, we talked about that, musical influences growing up. But I'm going to Alabama tomorrow. Anything that loves Bama, the state, everything out there too, love it. Are you guys all Roll Tide? Is it everything Alabama?
Hell no.
None of us are
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Who's that?
We're damn. So
Roll Tide.
Shut up, Drew.
Me and Drew here are the only Auburn fans.
Roll Tide.
The only Auburn
I don't
fans.
think.
Okay,
I don't think
right.
Zach,
None of them even care about football.
Roll Tide.
They're just Alabama fans.
they're what you
I
call
played football my
bandwagoners.
whole life.
I haven't seen them watch a game. I don't think they even know all the rules to football.
They don't.
Well,
That's your typical Alabama fan.
Roll Tide.
that's your tip-
Bandwagoners. Wait till they have a bad season and then you won't hear about it.
I won't care about it at all. They'll
Well,
be Jaguar fans.
Roll Tide.
My wife is an Aggie, so down here at Texas A&M, we just had the #1 recruiting class
that's
for the
worth
first
it.
time in forever. Now,
I heard.
there's been this war of words going on. If you guys have watched the sports news and what's going on there, but
Yeah, Nick Saban.
Jimbo and Nick Saban have been back and forth. I mean, just like breathing fire at each other. And I think Nick's kind of pissed that Jimbo kind of beat him at recruiting us lately, and of course lately with the dramatics, or as the world turns, whatever soap opera you want to call it, going on. But there's a matchup. I think it's October 9th. Don't quote me on that, but I know it's going to be. I think it's A&M at Alabama after of course, last year the backup quarterback Calzada comes in. I'll have to remind those guys. But what's your thoughts on some of the war of the attrition out there? I guess between Saban and Jimbo Fisher. What's your thoughts on some of that? It's pretty funny.
People. I don't know who's paying who these days. The NIL deals and all that. Like you never know what's going on with that. So I don't know, but they're freaking. I mean, if they've got the #1 recruiting class in the nation, you ought to just kind of give them kudos rather than tearing them down. And that's really not Nick Saban character.
That's not his game.
That's
It's
kind of
not.
like shocking to me. You know, he's kind of I win a national championship and shut up about it type thing.
Yeah. Well, but what you just said right there, Drew, is so true, because I still believe it after being an Aggie fan for a long time. My wife's an Aggie. Went to school there, graduated from there, loves football. You really have to kind of win that championship to really kind of shut up Nick in the end, because both guys are competitive. They're competitive coaches, and honestly, they're gonna leave it out there on the field. So I can't wait to see actually what's going to happen with this that particular matchup, because I think with Auburn getting better and the old SEC is the best conference in football, and we live down here so close to Baton Rouge, LSU. I mean, it's such a great, just a great conference, and a great football conference. It has the most players drafted. It's so much fun to watch football on a Saturday too as well. What about pro football? Who do you guys go for?
I'm a Pats fan, and I like the Titans.
I'm a Saints fan.
Saints, all right. I like that too. So is there any
I'm a Pats
truth?
fan.
He's a Pats.
He keeps
with the Saints.
Look, the first Super Bowl I ever watched was the Pats and the Rams, and
Okay.
I bet $1 on the Patriots. And this was the year that Tom Brady came in, and I was a Drew Bledsoe fan before that.
Old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. And hey, man, and so I've just been a fan of the Patriots ever since. Now John's calling me a Tom Brady fan. I respect Tom Brady, but I think he's a backstabbing
Buccaneers.
Oh,
son of a
wow.
bitch.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm calling
Drew.
Tom Brady out right now.
I think there's I don't think we should.
Can we cuss on here?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can cuss. It's a podcast. You can cuss. No doubt about it. You can. There you go. See?
Wow.
I make the rules. I'll make the rules in the show, Drew. You're good. Which is good.
He is the GOAT, but he's still
the GOAT.
backstabbing.
I agree with that, though. I do. You have that much success and win 6 championships in one town. That turn you back. And then what pissed me off, too, about it, too, Drew, is he said, I'm going to retire. I'm going to go off and do whatever. And I'm like, oh, all of a sudden you're just coming back out of just
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, you're coming back, yeah.
You know, you has all
It's
that
Mac
money. And
Jones
you don't have
time now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of those, I got to be the man of the house, and she's making more than I am, and I got to come back and give her a little bit more money that she doesn't need, because she's got enough more than she'll spend never in her lifetime, no doubt about it too. But you know, it's going to be a fun NFL season. Can't wait for opening week, which is the first week, second week in September. I'm an Arizona Cardinal fan, so we came not even close last year, lost to the Rams in the first round, but I still enjoy getting out there and seeing.
Man?
Hey, you know, I'll tell you this. I think losing Hopkins, man, that kind of hurt us big time. The last 3-4 games out of the season, that was bad. With the leg injury and of course now with the they're all doing it, but with the drug suspension too, performance enhancing drugs or whatever it is, I think there's more more things there. But we got to, like I said, AJ Green and rookie Rondell Moore, we got to pick it up wide receiver wise. We got to become a more of a passing air attack team. We got a good running game with James Conner, so it's gonna be a fun. And I think Kyler
kind of up there, isn't he?
Yeah, and Kyler Murray's got to. This is what, 4th year now. Quarterback going into his 4th year. Got to see some growth now in this rookie contract. We got to see some gradual steps, if you know what I mean, of growth.
Yeah.
So it's
sure.
before we pick up a 5th year option too. Hey, baseball wise, I love the Stros down here being from Texas. Baseball for you guys, MLB. Who do you root for?
I'm a Cubs fan.
Cubs, all right. I relate to that.
We're actually going to see we're going to see the Cardinals and the Cubs play at Wrigley. We're going to be in Chicago on the 3rd.
Yeah, we're going to see the game.
We're going to see the game in the 2nd.
Get
I'm stoked, man.
Yeah.
I've been to Wrigley once, but the guys haven't, so I'm excited.
Oh, dude!
I think we're all automatic Cub fans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
I brought
one thing you'll notice.
shirts and everything.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing you'll notice is right there on the first baseline where the tarp is. They don't get any better seats right there looking out, man. Just seeing that's one of the best places I was Drew. I got to go there when I was probably my 20s, and it was one of the best ballparks to ever visit.
Yeah, we're in the bleachers.
That's another good place to be.
Yeah,
Very excited.
yeah.
The ball falls in the basket, or you catch it with your glove, or whatever out there too.
Amen.
So I love it, man. Hey, last one we'll finish on this. Drink of choice. What do you guys enjoy?
Another
Better
light.
Light.
My God.
See, just like that, just right there.
Quality, uncompromising, and unchanging since 1855. That's the direct quote from Frederick Miller.
Hey, that is the moment of truth right there. Miller Lite and some good alcohol right there too. That is the title of the album, Moment of Truth, out there across all the digital platforms. The Red Clay Strays. Make sure you guys go give them a follow out there and get the album across all the digital platforms. Hey, best of luck with the performance in Memphis tonight. Guys, appreciate you joining us here on the Backstage Pass, and definitely we'll have to do this again and hopefully get you guys to perform next time, no doubt.
Yeah,
Heck
definitely.
yeah. Thanks for having us.
Thanks,
You got it, man. One of the best bands out there for Southern rock, the Red Clay Strays. We're back next week after the Festival at the Well coming up in Alabama next week. Monday, Tommy Townsend, great songwriter, is going to stop by here on the program, and some more good surprises. You just got to hang out and find out who's coming on next week here on the Backstage Pass. Again, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com and on the YouTube channel. We'll see you guys next Monday, 4 o'clock, same bat time, same channel here. Thanks, John. We appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so much for being here. It's the Red Clay Strays on their way. Hope they had some good barbecue too, no doubt. Which is good up there in Memphis, Tennessee. Thanks to MitchMacs and Hank Jr. Productions and Bangtail Whiskey. We'll see you guys Monday, 4 o'clock, right here on the YouTube channel and, of course, at the website. Talk to you soon. Have a great weekend.